the span of one term, we were able to learn a lot from our Tredfor class under Ms. Tessie Punteras. Tredfor focuses on how the kingdom of God calls us a vocation of commitment in marriage and life of special ministry. During our first few meetings, we define what the kingdom of God really is. For some, the kingdom of God is heaven. It is where you go to after living a life of following God's commandments and examples. For others, it is a state of being or even something that could exist in the present. Like, the kingdom of God exists whenever there's goodness. As it was explained to us, the kingdom of God refers to the life and love that is unconditional, aimed at inclusion and communion, and is realized in and through ordinary human experience. It is a metaphor of both already and not yet.
In addition, we also tackled about the 5 calls of God, namely, the call to creation care, which is not only an invitation to Christians but to all people, may they have a different set of beliefs or even believe in other gods. Next is the call to covenant peoplehood, which has peoplehood and covenant as its 2 main elements. The next is the call to God's reign, inviting us to righteousness and justice. Next is the call to specific ministry, and lastly, the call to holiness.
As teenagers, it is expected that the topic love would immediately make us attentive in class. This was our topic next to the kingdom of God. How God's love works was interpreted to. What stuck to our minds was the part wherein there are 3 elements of a relationship that must always coexist, or else it wouldn't work out. It was also fun when Miss Tessie told us her love story and gave us tips on how relationships are supposed to be. Just recently, our class was divided into groups and Miss Tessie gave us her topic. For our group, we were asked to research and report on Asian weddings, particularly on Chinese, Japanese, and Filipino marriages. We realized while researching how rich each of them are. There are a lot of differences in the way the brides and grooms were dressed, the rituals or practices before, during, and after every marriage, and how each wedding ceremony goes. Here are some pictures of Chinese weddings.
The different marital practices in each culture gives meaning and distinction when these celebrations are made. People are dynamic and adaptive, and seeing these traditions and practices stand through time and change to suit the ever-changing environment is rather fascinating. Something that is not important in society and human history would have a hard time or even not survive at all. And looking at the origins and age of weddings, one can see that such practice has become part of being human.
Created using Powtoon.